tell the story of the #3 Arrested Development fan in the new web series, where he reviews Arrested Development in reverse order and also cooks an Arrested Development themed recipe from the cookbook. It's Reverse Development in the Kitchen. I'm Tim Miller, your host for this new show. I'm going to try it out. Reverse Development in the Kitchen. Today, we're discussing the final episode of Arrested Development, Season 5, Episode 16, The Fallout. Yes. Premiered March 15th, 2019. Last episode of Arrested Development, which I'm kind of okay with. I think it was a good finale. Happy Cinco de Cuatro, everybody, which is probably when this episode will come out. Cinco de Cuatro, May 4th. Happy Cinco de Cuatro, everybody. In honor of that, today, while I discuss The Fallout, Season 5, Episode 16, potentially the series finale of Arrested Development, unless they decide to make more, which I don't see them doing. In honor of that, I'm going to pick, out of this book, I'm going to pick out a recipe, which I feel like it's kind of Mexican theme, Flirting with Nachos, which is based on the episode Season 1, Episode 4, Key Decisions, when Buster is accidentally flirts with a nacho stand, then he ends up flirting with Lucille too. I think that's their introduction, which, speaking of Lucille too, yeah, she dies in this episode. Well, we find out she's dead. She's been dead, probably since Season 4. But yeah. Let's see. And this is a pretty simple recipe. Actually, they don't even tell you how to make nachos. They just tell you to make nacho cheese, basically. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start heating it up. Get it all nice and melted. Ooh, yeah. While we let that melt, I'll discuss the show a little bit further. Came out March 15th, the second part of Season 5. It's probably, I think, the longest episode in Arrested Development history at 47 minutes, which I think Arrested Development really does strive. The later seasons, they tried to stretch out the episodes, but I think it really strived in the 22-minute kind of window that they had to do. And this one, the episode does feel a little long. It does end up being, it almost feels like an anticlimactic finale. It does end with Michael finally getting what he wants. He finally gets to move on, and he leaves his family with Buster, who turns out is actually a killer. Killed Lucille too. Also killed their grandmother, I guess, by pushing out. Which is one issue I have with pretty much all of Season 5 is the fact, a big plot hole is that Lucille's mom is supposedly dead in 1982, but she shows up in Season 1 of Arrested Development. I think Spring Breakout, I think that episode. She shows up, well, she doesn't show up, she's mentioned as being alive. Actually, it was Season 1, Episode 18, Missing Kitty. But they find out later she's dead. Lucille said she went on a cruise and then she tried to hide the money. So I feel like that's a plot hole that, I got the plot hole, but maybe other people who don't have such an encyclopedic knowledge of Arrested Development might not get that plot hole that I did. Let's see, let's check in on this. Did I get in that? Ooh, nice and frothy, right? Turn it down a little bit. Ooh. Okay. And then, yeah, we're going to add a little milk. One cup of milk. Got to whisk that in there. Cook a little bit more. Let's see, what else do we need to do? It said to add 5 ounces of cheese. I'm going to use the Mexican cheese I have left over and sharp cheddar, just like the wit of this show. Sharp. put that in there. Get a little. Put it on low heat. Let it melt. Going to add a little extra tart. If I can open this bag. Okay, sprinkle that in.
Okay.
I think it calls for 5 ounces, but I'm adding a little more cheese. Ooh, baby. Let that melt. Ooh, shamambo. And it says to season with some salt and some chili powder. I don't know where my salt went. I think I do have chili powder. Yeah, here's a little bit of chili powder. I'm just going to put a dash of chili powder in there. I know I'm eating it later with my nephew and he doesn't like hot stuff, so I'm going to use some Lowry seasoning in there. I guess I will just use that instead of salt. This cheese is finally melted. It looks like it's melted pretty well. Let's put our nachos together. Already got my plate. It's a Batman plate. I couldn't find an Arrested Development plate. This drizzle. And then, okay, and I also have some salsa to go on top. Cloudmere salsa. Or I guess they're doing salsa now instead of just vodka, so in case anybody gets that joke. Sorry, a little technical. Yeah, we're going to pour some Cloudmere vodka. Not vodka, I wish. Salsa on there. We got sour cream. Ooh, tasty. I got some pulled pork, which I didn't pull myself, because why would I don't know how to pull pork. I just bought the pre-pulled stuff, so. Put that, boom, boom, and then I got some tomatoes, tomato and green chili mix. Oh, that's way too much. Whatever. Big heaping, and then I'm gonna sprinkle a little more cheese on top. Nachos. Now let's try to finish up, just like this episode. Finish up the whole, I guess, 16-year Arrested Development timeline. I feel like it wrapped everything up pretty well. Wrapped in the whole Lucille storyline. But honestly, the trial scene is probably like my favorite trial scene in all of entertainment almost. It's like, I mean, I'm not going to say it's as good as the Few Good Men trial scene, but I definitely reference it, and it's definitely just Michael confessing is just a funny moment, and it's one of my favorite moments. Probably from season 5, honestly, because season 5 is probably like my third favorite season. It probably goes season 2, season 1, season 3. No, actually, I don't know. It might be, yeah. Did I say third? Yeah, man. Yeah. So season 2, season 1, season 5, season 3, which I did like season 3. I just felt like they had that Rita storyline, which just went on way too long, which I don't really like. Let's see what else. Yeah, that was one of the best scenes. Just Michael almost confessing to murdering Lucille, which he didn't actually do. He didn't murder Lucille too. Down here, I mean, I guess the two brothers can't be charged for the same crime. I love that line because it calls back to the pilot episode where husband and wife can't be charged for the same crime, which is a good line. Sat up all night. I watched the whole season 4 over again, and then that ended, and I knew they were going to bring out more. I was hoping maybe for a movie which would wrap up the whole story. I actually wrote between season 3 and the time season 4 came out. I actually wrote my own movie. I did a table read of it. You can check out elsewhere on my YouTube channel. I'll post a link. I'm also going to post a watch list for you to watch based on today's episode. Obviously, The Fallout is on there. So think overall, Arrested Development, The Fallout, season 5, episode 16. Decent finale. It really wrapped everything up. The trial scene was probably one of my favorite scenes. Court scenes in general, almost one of my favorite scenes in the whole series. Felt a little long at 47 minutes. Like it probably didn't need to be that long. It did wrap up the whole Tobias scene was the wrap up with Tobias and Brie and Murphy Brown was kind of anticlimactic. The whole thing with Lindsay was kind of anticlimactic. But I think I'm okay. At the time, I kind of wanted more. When it first came out, I wanted more episodes. But I think I'm okay now. At just kind of ending Arrested Development right there. Good ending. I think it's a good ending point. Mostly so I don't do any more episodes after I'm done with. However, it's going to take me a while to get through this. I think like 70. I have to do 70 episodes.
Actually,
but over
there's 84 episodes.
3.5 cornballs out of 5. So this is the first episode of Reverse Development. If you like, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. Your thoughts on the series finale of Reverse Development. If you want me to keep doing this, what recipes you would want me to do. I have a whole recipe. I think you can find this on Amazon, the Reverse Development Cookbook. The recipes are pretty basic. I don't know which one. I'll probably do ice cream sandwiches next, I imagine. I want to do something special for Cinco de Quattro, which hopefully this episode will be out then. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good day.